The show is brought to you by our generous patrons at patreon.com/Fallout Lorecast.
Robots Radio presents the Fallout Lorecast.
Welcome to the Fallout Lorecast, a place for the Fallout community to come together to explore the boundaries of our knowledge about the world of Fallout. Wastelanders, Vault Dwellers, welcome back to the Fallout Lorecast. This is your host, Tom, or Robots, and I am back with some of our patrons for our final patron episode for 2021. This is our December patron chat. And if you're watching the video version, if you're watching us live right now, it may look like I'm alone, but I am not actually alone. I'm here with some people who are just with me via voice. I have two of our patrons. It seems like it's still a busy time with people with holiday stuff, but I have two of our patrons joining us. I have Illith here. Illith, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome aboard. And I also have Kit. I'm just going to call you Kit for short. Does that work?
Yeah, that works. No worries.
Kit, welcome.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, so this is the end of the year. This has been it's a crazy year altogether, but it's been an interesting year for Fallout with Fallout 76 and the content that comes with that. But also, some of you guys jumping back into playing Fallout 4 and some of the other Fallout games. And this year with the Fallout Lorecast, we've gone back and we've talked about Fallout 76 and Fallout New Vegas. We've talked about some Fallout New Vegas stuff and a variety of different things. And this episode, chatting with some of our patrons before doing the episode, we decided that it would be a fun time to do kind of a recap for us personally and talk about what we've been doing in the last year and how this year has been for us playing Fallout. So why don't we just go ahead and dig right in? Now, I think this is the first time for both of you guys on the show. Is that correct?
Second time here.
Second time. It's Kit's second time. So, man, I do so many shows at this point, guys. I have so many people. Kit, welcome back.
No, I can't blame you.
But Illith, this is your first time, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So, and both of you guys, you both play Fallout 76?
Yep.
So you've dug into this new year of content. I feel like that's probably a good place to start. How did you feel about this year of Fallout 76 content? And
you want to go first, Kit?
Yeah, whoever wants to go first.
I mean, sure, because I actually started playing Fallout 76 this year. Actually, I haven't picked it up. I haven't picked it up because of the whole hate bandwagon. I was kind of sort of part of it because I remember I wanted to play 76, but I was just kind of pushed away from all the bugs and glitches and everything. I thought it was just terrible, but after listening to the podcast, I actually bought the game, and now I have like 800 hours or so in the game so far.
Wow,
and I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
What level?
I know.
What level is your character up to?
My main character is 247.
Wow.
I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my melee bloodied character, and I have two others. Well, I basically now have like the whole character roster already filled out because I want to try other builds and whatnot. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this past year, just putting my hours into Fallout 76 because I already played all the new gen Fallout games. I haven't tried out one or two yet. I do want them out next year, but I was just putting my time into 76, coming back from work, playing that every day for like 4 hours that I have left. Yeah, it was just kind of a blast. I enjoy that they're actually like putting in content now and just pushing out all these amazing events. For me, at least, because I know there's a bunch of people don't really enjoy the events because they kind of feel it lackluster, but I really enjoy them. I really do.
Yeah, as with everything, there's always a mix. Some people really like things and some people feel like, it's really not their thing. So when it comes to Fallout 76, you jumped in just in this last year. Do you find that you play through like the story content first and then you kind of grind out the other stuff, or do you just focus more on grinding things out and just kind of do the stories as you feel? Like, what's your method?
Well, my first character with any game really. I focus with the story itself. I read everything, just pay attention what's going on, and then after that, I just grind out. I always go to what was it, a White Springs golf course, and that's where I just spend most of my time grinding out, killing all the goals. That's pretty much how I go with it.
Yeah. That's a good location. That's
Yeah.
It's an excellent location.
Yeah.
What was that?
It's an excellent location. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, especially for grinding out, and right next to a West Tech too. That's when, after I hit level 50, that's where I jump in, and hopefully I can get to level 100. And that's pretty much what I've been doing this whole year, trying to grind out as much as I can and gearing up and then doing all the events.
Now, speaking of gear, do you have what's your setup look like right now for your main character? Like, what kind of weapon are you rocking?
Right now I'm rocking a blooded sledgehammer, the rocket variant, the super sledge. Yeah, super sledge.
Ooh.
And then 3 months ago, I got the unstoppable monster, so I'm rocking that one too. I can now one shot everything, almost everything. I kind of avoid going after Earl and the Mirelurk Queen. I'm sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great. So my main character is a melee build, but it's not a two-handed. It's a one-handed, and I try not to use power armor. So it's a non-power armor one-handed melee, and I've been using a power fist with like the heating pads on it.
Yeah.
and I love just like run. Oh, and it has like a bonus to the power attack where it does like 50% more damage.
Right.
So I run up on stuff and I just give it like, and it also has a bonus for when things are like less than 50% health. So like regular enemies, I can sometimes one shot just like a regular enemies, and then enemies sometimes will take 2 hits, and I can just like do like a regular hit to get them, or like a, within 2, whatever combination of hits it is. If I get the health below half, I can then just like hit it a second time and just like splatter it. It's great. It's like that thing just feels so good to just like, just run up and just clock something once or twice and just explode it. It's just so, it's so nice.
Yeah, really excited when I got the bloody mess perk. That's when the fun begins, when you just see them explode.
Yeah.
With mine, I don't have power armor. I just go with regular unyielding armor and get my health as low as possible to put the bloody effect as more effective as possible. So I'm always getting down a lot. My friend has to pick me up a lot during daily ops. So that's kind of embarrassing sometimes, but I sometimes they save him by, running up to the enemies, maybe taking a few hits and say, well, there's her payment back for saving my ass.
Yeah. Well, it's a glass cannon build. I mean, that is the like very high damage, but you get hit at the wrong time and you're down. So
I'm used to playing glass cannons all the time.
Yep, that's how that goes. Illith, what about you? What is your 76 experience so far this year?
I also started this year. In February, I bought a new computer, and I just, on a whim, decided to get Fallout 76. And I don't think I stopped playing it for 3 weeks straight. So I've also got over 600 hours. My character is level 290. I'm rocking a Deathclaw gauntlet that I found. It's it's not Unstoppable Monster, but it is like your Power Fist. It has the extra damage when they're below health, 40% or something. And then it's 40% faster swing speed. And then the whatever percentage for the extra power attack damage.
Right. You got the extra claw on there.
And I got the extra claw too. It's a powerhouse. I don't have a problem with the Mirelurk Queen at all. Nice. Even the Scorch Beast Queen is just kind of a joke. Mm-hmm. But pretty much, if you've ever seen a woman in a red dress with a red Deathclaw hat running around, that's me.
So you got to look classy while you tear things' throats out.
Oh, absolutely.
With your Deathclaw.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. So when it comes to playing through the the game content, the same question that I gave Kit. Do you play through the story content first and then go through the other stuff, or do you kind of just go where, your whim takes you?
I kind of start exploring first. I like just looking around at the scenery, looking at all the little details that, somebody had to put in. I don't know why I find that fascinating. I do. But I just like to explore. And then if I happen to, trip over a quest, I'll maybe do that and then do another one and then another one. Then I'll go over here. What's this over here? Mm-hmm. Oh, a mystery.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
That's how I played through, at least my first playthroughs of, say, Fallout 3, New Vegas, Fallout 4, tended to be just, I'm just going to go into the world and I'm just going to see where I end up. Yeah. And then eventually got far enough into the main quest where I got to a point where I was like, okay, I guess I should finish this up and see what happens with the story.
Yeah. Yeah, I did finish it up. I did all the new DLCs, like the Steel Rain and all that. Hilarious, but I love telling Shin to go back to California and hope he gets eaten by a death claw.
Is that how okay, so let's go there then. I wanted to go there eventually, but why don't we head into story territory? So this is spoiler zone. I mean, it is a Lorecast, but every so often I feel like I need to let people know. Spoilers if you haven't finished any of the story stuff for Fallout 76 yet, especially the more recent stuff that came out this year, Steel Rain and all of that. So playing through the Brotherhood story content, I'm assuming you sided not with Shin, and that's the decision you chose at the end, was specifically that line where you said, oh yeah,
I think it was exactly smell you later, Shin, hope a death claw eats you on the way back to California.
I'm sure. And what was his, because I didn't choose that specific line, what was his response to that?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. I would love it if somebody had a video of it though, because I want to keep that just on a flash drive somewhere forever.
Yeah, I'm sure he gave you that that really mean look that he does, and he probably said something like, he gave you some, I don't know, schmarmy, like whatever, and then stormed off. Yeah,
go kiss a vacuum tube, Shin. I don't care.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I saw stats on it. I think something like 80% of people sided with I always want to call her
Romani.
Yeah, I always want to. So whenever I play through these and I stream them, I make up funny names that sound similar to them, but they're different. So I called her something like Spumoni or something.
Ravioli.
Ravioli. Yeah, I would make up funny names. And then that makes it harder for me to remember the actual names when I actually have to do a show where I talk about their actual names, which is why it's good to have, show notes when you're doing actual lore episodes. But this is us just chatting. So of course I didn't prepare notes. But yes, 80% side with her and then 20% side with Shin, it seems. What about you, Kit?
Yeah, I did. I told him to go back to California, beat it. Yeah. No, I don't like him at all. I mean, like, I get it, but at the same time, I don't really get his attitude. Like, he's still atoning for his sins, but he's kind of, kind of a douche with you sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he's really, he's very much a hard ass, of course.
Yeah.
And like, you can see where he really just kind of, he wants to stick by the book, but he does so to the detriment of any amount of empathy.
Yeah, a little bit too zealot, just a little bit too much. But I ended up with that. I told him, yeah, okay, you can go back to California. I'll stick around here and hopefully take care of everything. I think, if not, then whatever. We'll see you never.
So how did you feel about the story beats and the way that the story played out and like the quests? Did you like the way everything kind of played out in this one?
I did. Yeah, I enjoyed the story. Felt a bit short, or maybe that's because my character can just one shot everything. But at the end, it did kind of remind me a little bit of the Unit 731 back in World War II with all the gruesome experiments. Because that's because I relearned about that. And when you're talking to the scientists, it's like we have the notes, we have everything, and Shin wants to execute all of them. But then, what was it? Romani? Yeah, Romani. Sorry. Says, what about we can take them as prisoners, but we could also have them work for us in a controlled environment.
Right.
And that's how pretty much how it is, how I looked at it. It's like another Unit 731 problem where you have these really bad scientists who did all these experiments.
Yeah.
And they just let them go for all the information he got, all the data. So that's what I ended up doing. I didn't want to. I wanted to just gun them down and say, "Oh, problem solved." But I kind of want to give them a fair chance to see if they will do anything with that. To see if they will. What's the word I'm looking for? Get back to the wasteland and not, create abominations anymore.
Right. I mean, it is a dilemma. The figurehead in charge is the one who is ultimately responsible for the atrocities on some level. The scientists who go along with it, there is the question of like, how culpable are they? How much freedom did they have to go along with it or not? Right. How much were they forced into it? How much did they understand what they were actually doing and how much harm it was causing? Like how much are they to blame? But then there's the question of like, okay, well, now that the damage is done, can we actually take the information and actually bring some good out of it? Like the past is the past. Now that there's been terrible things that have happened, can we turn this into something positive, even though they've done something bad? And wouldn't that be better than just killing them all if we can actually turn this into a positive? So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those dilemmas, which is what Fallout is all about. The stories often come with these, rock and a hard place dilemmas, and there's just not an easy answer at the end of the day.
No, yeah, there's never a ending. There's only a better sweet ending.
Yeah. What do you think, Illith? What did you go with?
I also went to keep them alive and have them work for the Brotherhood. They seemed genuinely upset by what had happened. And yeah, it seemed like the main scientist was the mastermind behind it all. It was tough seeing all those people though in that vault, which was really super cool with all the ice. Yeah, I love doing daily ops there.
Yes, I liked getting a sense to see what was really going on in that location, having done so many daily ops in it, but then actually getting into like the nitty gritty of like, this is what was going on here. This is why the climate system was malfunctioning. These are the experiments, like all of that stuff. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you get to kind of like peek through the keyhole on what's going on. But yeah, once you finally get to that quest, it's like, oh boy. Oh no. Yeah. What did you guys think about the doctor and his like the, I don't know, lack of sympathy? He felt very justified and so sure of himself. And of course, in the end, things didn't turn out the way he felt so sure they would. I mean, that's just kind of most of where science has gone in the real world too, right? Like, what's that old comedian's joke? I don't care how many monkey brains we hook up to a car battery as long as we cure AIDS. Like it's kind of the same thing. I don't know. Science is just so morally gray, but that was just way over the line, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why there are ethical committees. Yeah. That's why they're like in modern day research, there are ethical committees.
Oh yeah.
Like my wife does research at a university. She runs a lab and they have mice, and there are very, very strict lines of like ethical requirements that they have to follow. It's not just, like you can't just do things with the mice. Like, no. You have to follow ethical guidelines, and like everything has to be approved. Everything has to be above board. And there's a reason for that. And it's because in the past, things weren't above board. There were a lot of things that, like you're saying, were justified for the sake of science. And that isn't the case anymore. But in this case, he was like, well, the wasteland's already so terrible. Anything's going to be better than where we're at. So any amount of lives is worth it in his estimation. What I thought was so interesting about the storyline is that the things that he seemed to discover about the FEV virus, and one of the lines he even states is something like, it's as if it was engineered to fight against us, using it at all costs, or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wow, that's really interesting, because like they're taking this in a direction where it seems like the virus itself is it's just not going to let people turn it for good, and
No.
ultimately he can't use it for good either, because, you know, spoilers, it turns him into some sort of giant super mutant thing. But like, what did you guys think about that?
Oh, that was awesome. That just bursting out of that tube. And then, oh my God, that was a tough fight. That was great. Great cinematics. Just overall, the fight was great. Loved it. They really, they went over the top for that one for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kit, what do you think about the idea that the FEV virus is like permanently a negative feature, like will never be redeemable, will never be able to be used to like reverse the mutations to save humankind or anything like that?
I mean, if it can't, then why bother even testing with it? I mean, like, you can put as much evidence into it and we'll never find a cure. But what about, what was that one scientist in 4 that actually did it? Wow, what's his name?
The super mutant guy?
Virgil.
Virgil, yeah.
Virgil, yeah. He managed to turn back, but he's still doing it. But, you know, that's like 200 years later. But now,
yes. And with all the
now, you know,
knowledge and wisdom of the institute, you know.
Yeah, the institute.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, no. If it can't, then I guess don't bother, or you can tackle it and see what happens. But we don't really need another Dr. Blackburn situation where you have this eerie guy who thinks he's doing good, but in the end, he tried to prove that it's working, but he just became another dumb behemoth where you gotta gun it down, or in my case, try to claw it and die like 8 times before you almost call it quits.
Oh,
but,
man,
yeah.
I bet a bloody build against him was very, very difficult.
It's difficult, but I love it because I'm that type of person who likes getting knocked down and picking myself up. I really enjoy him bursting out and kind of talking. Did he? Yeah, he was talking. He was like very.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was talking, but he wasn't like talking in his own way, just like very dumbed down or whatever. But yeah, but no, he kind of proved himself wrong that the FEV wasn't in control. It was definitely just a waste of time. It doesn't matter how many eggs you crack. It was a failure in the end of the day.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, he just went full super mutant at the end.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You never go full super mutant.
Never go full super mutant, buddy. It's not a good idea. It's just a bad idea.
That hurts Uncle Leo.
Well, guys, we need to thank our patrons, so I need to take a break to do that. But then when we come back, what I really want to get is, with you guys having this first year in Fallout 76 perspective, with this like really fresh, all the new stuff kind of perspective, I want to get some thoughts on where you think things are going to go this next year, because I think that you're probably really plugged in to where the game is right now. So be thinking about that, and we'll be right back in a second.
Hello there, old chap. Good to see another of General Atomic's finest, still eager to serve.
All right, this is the middle of the show. This is where we get to thank our patrons, including these guys right here, and all 55 of our other patrons. Holy moly. Thank you to everybody who helps support the show. You guys allow this to be a full-time job for me. This show, the other shows that I do, running the network, all of that stuff, all of it started with the Fallout Lorecast. This was the baby. This was my baby. This is the progenitor of everything. And thank you so much for everybody who helps support me and being able to do this full time. Also, thank you to Southern Rage, our Sentry Bot tier 5 patron, and all of the other patrons. You guys are amazing. And if you are interested in helping to support the show, if we've helped you get through your workday, your workout, your commute to work, or kicking out all of your other visitors in your house for the holidays, and you're somehow listening to a podcast while you do that, then go to patreon.com/Fallout Lorecast and check out all the different tiers. You can get ad-free episodes. You can join us on a future episode of the show, and even t-shirts and stuff are going out. So make sure that you check out all the different tiers and stuff that you can sign up for. And also, we have some reviews. We've got some new reviews that have come in over the last few weeks. We've got one from Umbrella, Just Umbrella from the United States, who wrote the best 5 stars. I've been listening since the beginning and I've never missed an episode. However, I am lazy in writing reviews. Sorry about that. That's no problem. You got there eventually. This podcast is the lore podcast. There's lore. There's really excellent special guests, politics, religion, all the topics and connections possible, cannibalism, obscure knowledge, opinions shared and discussed, the deep rabbit hole that opens a whole new world of Fallout. I love the conversations and community that surrounds this podcast. Robots is it's amazing how far this has come over the years. Well, thank you, Umbrella. That's awesome. Somebody's been here the whole time. That's great. We've got 2 more. We've got one from Evan72 in the US who wrote 10 out of 10. 5 stars. I've been a longtime Fallout fan, but never knew much about the lore. One day at work, I came across your podcast and got addicted. I listened all the way up to the most recent episode, and I've learned so much about the games, lore, side stories, etc. Would definitely recommend to any Fallout fan wanting to like inside the franchise. I think maybe there's a typo in there, but I appreciate the thought. Thank you, Evan. And then we also have Blame the Game in Great Britain, who wrote outstanding 5 stars, a great show. I've learned so much about the game and the lore. I've only listened to 6 episodes, but I can't get enough. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Blame. And man, new listeners, old listeners, and people in between. Thank you so much for taking the time to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. And again, if you do take the time to leave a rating and a review, a 5-star review with some words, I will read it out in the future. And then also, just a reminder, if you were listening on Spotify, check at the top of your list up where it lists the name of the show. There's a little button you can click on there that shows you a little star rating, and it probably shows you the total rating at this point, or it might say no rating, depending on if it's been recently updated or whatever. And you can drop me a 5-star review in there for the show, and I would really appreciate it because Spotify is now doing ratings. So that's awesome. You can't leave a review like actual words, but you can drop in 5 stars. So thank you to everybody who helps support the show, and I really do appreciate it, and especially to our patrons. You guys are the best. All right, let's move on with the show. It's time for that spring reset. I'm taking a look at everything in my closet and figuring out that, oh no, this absolutely needs to go. And it's about time I replace things so that my clothes aren't older than my 15-year-old. Now you might think that they lasted that long because they were well made, but no, they're in terrible condition. Unlike the new jeans I just got from Quince. Jeans have always been my personal go-to because you can kind of wear them for lots of different things, but maybe they're not your thing. Maybe you're looking for, 100% European linen with insanely soft flow knit activewear fabric. It's definitely getting warmer, and their flow knit activewear is moisture wicking, anti-odor, and soft enough that you'll actually want to wear it every day. So pick out what you want. You can't go wrong because they have prices 50 to 60% less than similar brands. And like I said before, they are high quality. I continue to wear their clothes all the time, and I know that these new jeans are going to last me a lot better than the other things in my wardrobe. And on top of it, they look great. They're so comfortable. And I spent just as much on the jeans that I am now cleaning out of my wardrobe. So if you're looking for something better, just all around better, go check out Quince. So go do it right now. Refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/falloutlore for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Go to quince.com/falloutlore for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/falloutlore.
If you have any questions about Nuka World, I'd be delighted to answer them.
All right, guys. So that was our discussion about this last year and some of the fun stuff that we've been doing in the last year. I know that we've gotten some new content here at the end of the year, right? Some new events and some things. But where do you think Fallout 76 is going to go in 2022? Do you have any thoughts about this? I know that they pushed some stuff back that they were thinking about releasing. But where do you think we're going? Who wants to kick this off?
Back to the pit.
Back to the pit. Yeah, that's a good one. We know that that's on the list. It's probably going to come out before the end of the year. What do you think that means? Do you think we're getting more story content? Do you think we're getting a whole new zone? What is that going to look like?
Well, there's also the Alien event too. I'm also excited for that. But
yeah,
probably more zones and keep expanding the Brotherhood questline until we probably nudge ourselves into the Enclave. because I know a lot of people want to learn more about the Enclave, because there's just a bunch of Enclave fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what I'm looking forward to is more of the fact that we're going back to the, well, I want to say back, but yeah, we're going to the pit. We're going to see before what happened, before it was known as the pit, with the older Raider clans. That was actually a favorite DLC of 3, but that's what I'm actually looking forward to see what actually happened before 200 years ago, to see what happened, and see how the troglodytes became to be and all that, and see if the mill's still running. I just want to go back to like good old content that's not new per se, like Fallout's DLCs or whatnot.
Right. So do you think that we'll get like a fast travel location on the map somewhere? Like we'll have like a Brahmin caravan person who's like,
right,
hey buddy, I'm headed to the pit. You want to ride? And then you're like, yeah. And then it'll like load us into a new map.
Oh yeah, I want to see that, because with Nuka World, they put you in a train.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see like a caravan take you to the pit, and maybe if you want to be a little bit cheeky about it, maybe throw in a
no,
yeah,
no,
yes,
no.
yes.
Don't you do it? Don't go there.
You're finally awake.
Okay, so you finally wake up. You're in the new location now. How big do you think this is going to be? What do you think the size of the zone is? Because the map in Fallout 76 is like 4 times the size of Boston Fallout 4 map. How big do you think the pit map is going to be? Are we looking at like half the size of Fallout 4 map, a quarter of the size?
I mean, hopefully it can do like half if we're lucky. But
I mean, it's still pretty big.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, that's half the size of like a solo standalone game. If it's half the size of Fallout 4.
Yeah, or they'll probably go with maybe the original size map of the DLC itself.
Oh, okay, so
expanding it. Yeah, but expanding it just a little bit, not too much or whatever.
Whoa, that's a cool idea. What if it was exactly the same map, but just reskinned and things were kind of repositioned?
Yeah, I mean, there'll probably be a bunch of people who will dislike that, but I like nostalgia, so I wouldn't really mind if they did that, reskin it, but maybe make it a little bit more modern before it collapsed and everything.
Yeah, a little less run down. 200 years less run down. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember there was a sign that says Pittsburgh, but it's faded to say Pitt, and maybe have it where it still says Pittsburgh, but just a little bit more faded, not too much.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about just taking some of the same map and geometry and just newing it up a little bit. That's not really a word, but that could be cool.
Updated.
That could be cool. And then just building out the quests and things around the map locations that existed in the previous map, but just in different ways. Like you could totally do that, I would think. I mean, it's technically the same engine that's been updated over a decade plus.
Yeah.
But, man, I wonder if I'm sure these are things that they've considered. I just wonder if that's what they're going to do. That could be really cool.
Yeah, but I know it's going to be with the BOS, because you see the crash Erderbird or whatever it's called. I'm losing it right now. So we'll possibly get like a faction war again, like always, where you could either help the raiders that settle in here and then the BOS itself, and see how that turns out.
Or what if there are people who live in the area and there's raiders who are infringing on those people and the Brotherhood of Steel, and those people have some sort of technology and they're vying for that area. And this could be before the raiders take over the zone, Man,
that could be better. Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is where the Brotherhood fails at keeping it out of the hands of the raiders. Maybe this is that story.
mean, yeah, if you play through the pit back in 3, then you kind of already get spoiled if that is the case. Well, we don't know what they're going to do with the pit exactly, but I'm rooting for that.
Yeah. Lilith, do you have any thoughts on this?
Well, I've always been a little confused about why the last couple of games are all taking place on the same kind of area. We've got Washington, D.C., we've got Boston, and now we've got West Virginia. Mm-hmm. So what's going on with that whole kind of East Coast thing? Like, are they leading up to something? Is there going to be like a new California Republic, but maybe new West Virginia Republic that fails completely, and then everything, devolves into ruins like it does in Fallout 3? But I don't know. I've always been curious why they keep doing that. They keep hugging that coastline in that same spot.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of American history there, right?
Yeah.
Like you do a place like, I don't know, Wyoming, and it's like, what's in Wyoming? Woo-hoo. Yeah, right. Like, and we're going to South Dakota, and it's like,
we got none here.
Like, yeah, right. It's like most people don't know much about South Dakota, right? But there are a lot of like very American history things that happened in Boston or in DC or in West Virginia. There's some very specific things that you can point to as being like, foundational, American history things that happened. And I think that's part of it. Also, to go back to the West Coast would be to dig into that lore. And I don't think that the Bethesda proper has wanted to dig into that yet. I think that's something that we might see in the next 5 to 10 years. Now that things have kind of changed with what's going on with Microsoft and also the studios that are under Microsoft's umbrella. I think that's something that we could very well see in future Fallouts. But the East Coast stuff seems to be Bethesda proper's for Fallout world for the most part.
Yeah, they seem to enjoy East Coast.
Yeah, the Northeast and that area.
But I think as far as the pit map is concerned, I think maybe something the size of Far Harbor. So maybe the city in the center and then the outskirts of Pittsburgh around, and you can kind of explore the ruins and whatever quests they decide to do. I don't know if the Brotherhood's going to go there, because wasn't the first time they went was during the Purge?
Yeah.
And that was just before 3, right?
Well, didn't we see in the little trailer, wasn't there a Brotherhood in the little teaser that they gave us for the pit? Wasn't there there was a Brotherhood guy in some power armor.
Yep. I think it was crashed down and he was like signaling for help. And maybe this is just my imagination, but I think I saw a truck with that, or that's just my I don't know, imagination kicking in.
Yeah, we'll have to pull it up again.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be Brotherhood focused. I mean, maybe there's a Brotherhood character who plays a part in it without it necessarily being a fully Brotherhood focused DLC. Like, that could just be a red herring. Who knows?
Could just be a regular American soldier too. Could be.
So you never know. You never know what direction they're going to go with this stuff. So now, what about aliens? Let's shift over to Alien, because that was a thing that we thought was going to come out at the end of the year. There are definitely hints. I don't know how much you guys have dug into the hints about aliens in 76. There are a few locations where you see, I mean, there's, the Flatwoods Monster is clearly some sort of alien, but then there are some locations that are like, okay, the people have been studying aliens. There's some sort of research going on, some sort of something going on in West Virginia with aliens. What do you think that's going to be all about?
Oh man.
Or what do you want it to be about? That could be an even more fun
What
fun
I
question.
want is a full-scale alien invasion, and we just get to stand there and mow aliens, wave after wave of aliens. We just mow them down with Gatling plasmas.
Yes.
They're like coming out of the sky, going like, meh, meh, meh. And then it's like,
it would just be that scene from Saints Row 4 where you jump into the giant gun on the front lawn of the White House, blast them all out of the sky. That would be amazing.
So ridiculous. That would be amazing, though. You're right.
I would really love that, but I don't think that'll ever happen. No. We could dream.
What do you think will happen, Kit?
I mean, as much as I wanted an alien invasion and just go ham on it, I think we'll probably have like a maybe infiltration, like some more like wood monsters popping out, maybe stalking some areas of the map, see what they're doing, or possibly another mothership Zeta issue again, where we get abducted and try to find our way out again. But I don't know exactly. I do want to go into another ship and just repeat the whole mothership Zeta accident again, see how that goes. And I remember when you were talking about this in a previous show about like, what about doing a daily ops will give you the 4th star or whatever, but I know that's not the case. Right. But what if that will be the 5th star?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Alien tech gives you the 5th star on your legendary.
Yep. Collect more alien tech to just slap on your weapons and power armor or just regular armor. I just want some alien content because I know they're just been just tickling the player about it. They like, hey, aliens do exist here. The only major thing we ever done is the DLC, and after that, it's just random alien spottings, everything. That's all just little hints that they do exist. But I do want to see them like get us more involved. Like, what are they doing here? What do they want? Like all that. Maybe that could link to those Lovecraftian monsters I mentioned. Yeah, possibly. I don't know, but that's really up in the air right now.
Yeah. Good at game in chat says a mothership map DLC. Yeah, that would be very cool. Yes. Rob the Princess says destroy all humans Fallout crossover.
Oh, please. Yeah. I love that game as a kid.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be fun. You know what I think would be really funny is like a little mini storyline or kind of, one of those mini quests, kind of like the sheep squatch stuff where like something starts happening and you have to kind of investigate it and see what's going on. But something about like Brahmins are getting abducted.
Oh my God.
That would be amazing.
And every so often you see like in the distance, like a UFO come down and like a little beam drop down and pick up a Brahmin and then fly off. And you're like, what was that?
That would be great.
And then you have to put it like on a little tracking device on Brahmins and then try to like track the UFO to figure out where it goes. And then like find like its landing spot. And then you have to like try to infiltrate the UFO and then you get into the ship and then you fight the aliens. Like something like that would be really cool.
Make a Brahmin costume and hopefully it pick you up and they're starting.
Oh no!
You can find a Brahmin field and stand next to it with like you and another partner have to be like the head and the butt of the Brahmin and you have to stick together. That would be that would be hilarious.
Yes. Finally, a use for the Charlie the Moo Moo costume.
Yes, and then you have to get on the ship. You have to pretend that you're a cow, so you get abducted, and then you get on the ship.
And you
press
start
X to
away.
moo.
Yeah.
Press X to move.
You and a friend.
Mer.
I think they're buying it, guys. Oh, yeah.
See anything?
I just want aliens.
Why do I have to be the butt? I hope they don't do any probes.
No.
Oh, man, that would be great. Oh.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I just hope it's a major event, not like a Mothman Equinox type, more like a full blown scale micro invasion or whatever. Just something that like will leave a big impression to say 76 is pretty good. It's not, 76 bad. New Vegas good. Give me karma.
Yeah. Well, I have to wonder how much we're going to get in updates. I know the pit's going to be like the big update, so I think anything else we get is going to be relatively small in comparison. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm really not sure what we're going to get when it comes to the scale of things.
I'm all right with smaller events. I mean, that Mothman Equinox was fine. There weren't as many like plans or items to get as there normally were in most events, but that just made it, kind of a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was cute.
I thought it was cool. I mean, the effects that happened, the way the map had changed. I love when the map changes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could have gone without that guy talking like endlessly.
Yeah. His voice was cool, though.
It was.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah. So to kind of wrap this up, because we're getting close to the end of the show, if there's one thing you could add to Fallout 76 this year, what would it be? There's like one thing you could change, one thing you could bring into the game, one thing you could do to improve it. Where would you go? One thing that you really want to see.
An actual queue system for daily ops. That's all I want.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's me and my friend who we always run daily ops every day to complete the daily, but we want to try to find people, but they never come. So we just go at it. But I do really want like a queue system for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. What do you play on, by the way? What system?
Mostly PC.
Okay. Yep. Cool. Yeah, I know we've got some people in the community. We've got a lot of people on Discord, but it would kind of. I'm so bad at coordinating people on.
No.
We should get more people to kind of like, I don't know, if we had a better system to get people together to game together, it would be kind of nice.
I mean, I'm always on there. If you need to complete it, then find me there.
Yep. So yeah, anybody listening, feel free to jump in the Discord and, share, hey, this is what I normally play. And maybe there's ways that you guys can get together more often and have
definitely
full groups for things when you're looking to get stuff done. What about you, Illith? Is there something you would add?
I want to hug a Deathclaw.
Just hug one?
I just want to hug one. Just, maybe make it easier to have one at my camp to stomp around and scrape up the dirt and lick the air or whatever. I think they're cute. I want a pet Deathclaw. Mm-hmm. Pet Deathclaws.
Pet Deathclaws.
Yeah.
What if you could like have a trained one and then instead of like a turret, you could put it down as like a defensive structure?
Yeah, in 4.
Yeah.
You could catch them and then release them and they would walk around your town.
Yeah. They can just guard your place for you.
The ultimate
and maybe you
system.
can put like little mittens on them or a little hat.
You can dress them up.
Yeah. Give them a festive hat for all the seasons and holidays.
A monocle and a top hat.
Yes.
A mustache to go with it. Everything that works.
Yeah.
Or a skirt and a
little tutu.
A little tutu.
It sounds ridiculous, but I still wouldn't pick a fight with it. It's a Deathclaw at the end of the day.
That's true. It'd be really fun because there's furry Deathclaws, in the lore.
Yeah.
To have like, we were talking about like aliens messing with things or like the FEV virus messing with stuff or whatever, but to have like other creatures show up, from some lab somewhere, like who knows. But to have like furry Deathclaws show up somewhere and maybe they're like super, super rare, but just be like, what? That's a furry Deathclaw? Because furry Deathclaws would be even more fuzzy. Fun to hug, like a big fuzzy one.
Oh my God, it's so fuzzy.
It's so fuzzy. I just want to hug the furry Deathclaw.
Oh, my arms.
Oh, there goes my arm. It just clawed me off, my arm off, but at least it was fuzzy.
Yeah, either the pet Deathclaws or maybe like a little secret group of the intelligent ones. Like maybe Goris from 2 did survive and he made some bibbies and now the bibbies are here and you get to hang out with them and they're cool and they talk. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. However, they would manage to do that without lips.
Mm-hmm. What if you could have like your own little mole miner like vendor? Like Mama Merg,
right?
Merg.
Yeah.
We call him Granny.
Yeah, but what if you had your own in your little camp? What if like you can have your little robot vendor, but what if you could have like a vendor of your own type for whatever type of vendor you wanted?
I think their heavy breathing would get on my nerves.
They make those like weird sounds. Yeah.
That weird muffling. Yeah.
Yeah. A Deathclaw.
That's your mini game.
Yeah. Like everything sounds like they're angry, but really they're just like, yeah, that'll be 250. Would you like change? That's what they're asking. Yeah.
50 caps.
Right.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see where things go. I hope that I know that things have it feels like things have kind of slowed down a bit, but I feel like a lot of what's going on with that is the shift to focusing on getting Starfield out and then also gearing up for the new Elder Scrolls. And so I feel like in like behind the scenes, they've had kind of position shifting, and then you add on top of that COVID and that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of shifting of positions. There's also been a lot of job postings with Bethesda, and then also the acquisition by Microsoft. So there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff going on, which I think has kind of delayed some things when it comes to 76, because 76 is not the premier product right now.
No.
So I think that's part of what's going on. But I think what we're going to end up seeing is once that stuff has shaken down, and once the team that's really focused now and settled with 76 has geared up and is now back on like up to speed, we're going to see things really start to be streamlined again, and we're going to get content at a better clip. So I think that's probably what the second half of this last year was just kind of the transition period. And that's where things felt like they kind of got delayed. So that's my estimation of what's happening. And we'll see.
I mean, it does make sense. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope that they're not pushing them and making them burn out. Like I can wait for content update. I don't care. Like when that whole Texas thing happened that one year and we were delayed, what was it, a DLC or a game board, I think?
Yeah.
We were delayed DLC. Something. And I remember seeing online on Reddit, everyone was complaining, and it's like, you know what? They're people too. Relax.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing is that like, I see a lot of posts online where people are like, oh, this is it. I'm finally done playing Fallout 76. I'm fed up with the fact that they just haven't updated this or that or whatever. And it's like, and I've put 800 hours into this game. And it's like, well, then take a freaking break. Go play something else for a month or two. And then wait, and then when they update it, come back and play it some more. Like, you don't have to just play one game all the time nonstop. Like, that's a ridiculous requirement. Like, take a break, go play something else. And if you want to play more Fallout, go back and play Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas. Like, there's plenty of other things to do. And then come back and play it some more when you're ready. Like, there's no need to just grind one game all the time forever. That is silly. You know?
Yeah.
And you're not going to. So stop even pretending that you are.
Right. And like, oh, I'm finally fed up with it. And it was like, well, okay, you paid however much you paid for it for 800 freaking hours. Like, you
got your money's worth. You're fine.
Yeah. Give it a rest. Go do something else for a little while and then come back. Like, you don't, like, people are silly. But but I'm ready to see what else comes out, and I'm totally happy with the things that they've been doing so far. And, some things grab my attention more than others, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
So, guys, this has been super fun. I'm so glad you were able to join me. Illith, is there something you want to shout out, something you've been doing, or ways that people can get a hold of you?
No, don't at me. Stay away from me.
Stay away.
No, I'm not really active anywhere. I play Fallout 76 on PC. So if you want to add me, my name is ILLITH. I'm pretty much just running around slapping things with a Deathclaw gauntlet. Other than that, shout out to the love of my life, Al. I can't wait to play 76 with you tonight. And that's about it.
Nice. Well, very cool. And then Kit, you have anything you want to shout out or ways people can get a hold of you?
I'm always on the Discord, in your walls. No, but yeah, I mean, I'm always in the Discord, active if or not. If you want to at me, if you want to do daily ops, or if you need something, I'm always on PC. And same thing, I'm just running around praising Mothman in my cultist uniform.
Nice.
Yep.
Glory to the Lamb.
Amen. Or a moth. I don't know.
A moth.
But yeah, that's it. Really.
A moth be with you.
And also with you.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for joining me again. And absolutely, if you guys are out there playing Fallout 76 and you're looking for other people to play with, the more of you who jump into the Robots Radio Discord server and say like, hey, I'm online right now, if anybody else wants to join me, there are channels in the Discord server. And if you are new to the Discord, make sure that you check out the Rules and Roles channel and click the Fallout I guess there's an emoji on there that opens up the other channels, and then go look at the Fallout channels and all of that stuff. You're welcome to use the Robots Radio Discord server and go into like the voice channel, and then use that as a place to share, your voice chat so that you can coordinate stuff in game and all of that kind of stuff. Feel free to use that as a hub for getting together with other people. You could say like, hey, I'm playing on Xbox or PC or whatever. Happy to jump in with other people. The more you guys do that, the more likely you are to find other people to play with. And I'd love for that to be a place for you guys to group up and play together. And sometimes when I jump in there, I'll let you guys know, hey, I'm playing, or if I'm streaming. And speaking of streaming, this is something that I'm going to be doing on nights that I'm not doing podcasts. So this is the big thing now, is that I moved all my game streams to the evenings. So if you check out Twitch or YouTube's my main place to stream now, the Robots Radio YouTube, but you can watch on either location. YouTube, you'll get points though for giveaways, including for my hat, which I'm giving away. And I gave away a bunch of t-shirts on Christmas Eve. But I will be streaming on the nights that I'm not doing podcasts. So you will know that if you are looking for something to do any night after 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, that you can always check out Robots Radio YouTube or Twitch to see if there's something going on. And there will either be a podcast happening or a game stream happening. So it's a place that you can always show up for something fun to do, somewhere to hang out, and maybe even games that you can jump in and play with me and the community. So always some fun stuff going on. And I'd love for you guys to come hang out with me. So thank you again for everybody for being here. Thanks for being here in chat. And Illith and Kit, thank you for joining me for this episode. And Jaxus, I don't see chat options on YouTube. What is that? You don't see chat options on YouTube? It's you gotta click the live stream that's currently there. It's right at the top in the channel. So it's right here. That's the channel. You just got to click the live show, and then you'll see chat on the side. So there it is. And but thank you everybody for joining me. I'll see you guys next week with a normal regular episode of the Fall Lorecast. And until then, don't punch too many aliens while they abduct cows with a Deathclaw gauntlet, or I don't even know how to follow that up.
Do it.
Definitely do it. Definitely do it. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. To plug into everything else we're doing, check out robotsradio.net. Also, look up the Robots Radio YouTube for videos about Fallout and other things. And check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/robotsradio.
You've been listening to a Robots Radio podcast. Smart shows for interesting people. Check out all the shows at robotsradio.net.
Hey, sweetie, your mother showed me this Carvana thing for selling the car. I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. Me again. I put in the license plate. It gave me an offer. Unbelievable. Okay, I accepted the offer. They're picking it up Tuesday from the driveway. I haven't even left my chair. It's done. The car's gone. I'm holding a check. Anyway, Carvana, give it a whirl. Love ya.
So good, you'll want to leave a voicemail about it. Sell your car today on
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.